Hi guys, Steve here. Again, I've been shopping, and as I said in my Facebook post, it's Steve's Festool Shed Talk on Facebook. You could go over there and put your name, see if you can guess the colours of the Festool stuff, and come on in. It's a free ticket to ride. So what I thought I'd do today was, I had a little shop today over at Timbecon in Melbourne, where I live. So I drove over to Preston this morning and waited until the traffic died down, so it was a decent drive, but it was not a bad drive. Anyway, it was worth going over there today. It was great. Found a few things that I was after, and one of the things in particular I was after is the new Treatex from HARDWAX. It's called Evolution. This one's called the Classic. Comes in matte, classic, satin, and gloss. That's the Classic, which is the old Treatex Luster. This is the satin. So I thought I'd get a small can of that. It was $180 for 2.5 litres because it's a HARDWAX oil mix, and the same thing with the Evolution. That was about $44. But I wanted to try them out. I've got some things that I'm just about to do, and I saw a great video on it from Timbercon, and that convinced me that I did prefer Treatex before I met Osmo. I've used Osmo, and I'm not a big fan of it. I've got some, and I use it pretty much now for underneath the tables and that, because I don't have the confidence in it, because I think it's too soft. It can scratch and mar and all that. Now, I used to use Treatex on all the bars and that I would design. However, before getting the Evolution, I bought another product, and this is a company called Fiddies. Fiddies, over here is their logo. Now, these are an English company, and they make HARDWAX oil. Now, this is better also than Osmo. Again, this is 2 litres. I think that was $180. So this damn stuff's not cheap, but still, it's good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. We use expensive wood when we make things, so we may as well put on good quality, expensive finishes. Now, one of the really interesting things is when, of course, you get one of your lighter timbers and you put any one of these oils on, whether it be Osmo, the Treatex, or even the Fiddies, they'll all go sort of yellow, and they're mellow, sort of honey colour, and lighter colour timbers. Well, obviously Treatex has recognised that, and they've brought out a thing called Raw Stain Light. Now, Raw Stain Light is, you put that onto your board, and as they say here, and I'll put my glasses on because I'm blind, for light timbers, Raw Stain Light gives a fresh sanded look that lasts. So this, when you put this on, this protects the finish that when you've sanded it, and you've got just that colour of the sanding, that light colour. So you put that on, wait till that dries, then you use the oil, and from that point on, your product's not going to yellow. It's the thing about it is it gives you that sort of look of, for instance, like pine. If you was to put, I've got to test it yet, but I would imagine not many of us may probably use pine, but we all know that if you put a clear on pine, if it's not water-based, it generally goes very, very yellow, very honey. In fact, doesn't look very good at all, in my opinion. And it's the same thing when you use the oils. But now you can put this on, then you go your oil road, so you got all the benefits of the oil, but you don't get the yellowing. Now, it's not cheap. That's 750 mils, and that was $85 for 750 mils. But I believe you use it quite sparingly, so it probably will last for quite some time. And when I say that, it talks about how far it goes, and it goes pretty far as far as. So anyway, the other thing good about it is you can sand when you're using, say, Osmo, you can only sand to, say, maybe 150 to 240 max. 240 is even probably pushing it. The same thing with Fiddies. They so recommend you sand only to about 150 grit. But when you're using the Treatex, you actually can sand it quite considerably. And in fact, they say that you can sand it also to, let me see here, to 240 grit as well. But also too, when you've actually done the first coat and it's dry, you can use these. Now, I'll pan the camera down to some of the things that I've bought. Just a few odds and sods. These, of course, are the Scotch-Brite pads. And you can use the Scotch-Brite pads to run over your board when you've done it, just to take off the furry bits off the first coat, such as little bits of dust and that. So this is the Scotch-Brite pads. That's the coarse, that's the medium. The burgundy is the finer, and then the grey is the actual finer. So I'm going to experiment with them. I've never had the luxury of having some of that Scotch-Brite stuff. Also too, I got this today. I've always wanted to be able to tint my 2-pack, and I finally found something I can tint it with. So this is a black tint, which is great. Apparently you only use a little bit of it, so this is probably represents really quite good value. Then I bought a bottle of the Zip Kicker, and which I needed the little sprayer, and the Zip Kicker works with a product called Zap-A-Gap. Now this Zap-A-Gap is really great. It's gap filling formula, bonds virtually anything, works on an oily surface. This is what a lot of the wood turners will use when they see a crack in it. They'll put this, which is in virtually like a, how can we say, it's like a clear, you know, it's a clear adhesive. Then when you put this in here, put the little spray bottle, give one little squirt with Zap Kicker, bang. It's instantly dry and instantly strong. So that's really good, but they can't send this through the mail because it's too dangerous to send in the mail, apparently. Also, I bought this. I've got to carefully get it out because I'll probably slash my fingers if I don't do it properly, and I shouldn't do that. Oh, look, I'll just hold the thing up. This is a solid carbide. It's a solid carbide, let me see here, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's a router bit, obviously, but it's an upcut, because I was cutting out around my new Lazy Susan, and unfortunately I did it with a straight bit, and I was using the compass, and as I was going around, it caught a bit of the timber and ripped it out, which I mean I had to repair it. But I'm going to do a cleaner cut running around this today, taking off probably just a couple of mil, and this will do a probably very clean cut, because these actually are a very clean cut. Now these are pretty reasonably priced. I think this is about $85. It's a 1/2 inch shank and it's solid carbide, so it's good quality. It's 50 millimeters. The shank is 50 millimeters long, so that gives me plenty of room when I want to do something with the, you know, like a tabletop, or I'm using any of the solid timbers that I use. Now, I have also got the cutters, the same thing, solid carbide, but with the little guide wheels when you're running around a pattern. This one is for the, I think this one's an upcut as well, and I've also got a down cut which I can use in my bench. But these spiral cutters are really, really good. They give you a much cleaner finish because of the way that it slices the timber. I also bought a few of these, which I thought were really cool. And you know, you generally can't find these sort of things at something like, you know, a DIY store or Bunnings, but these are really good. Just little keyhole things, you know, sort of handy if you want to hang something. So I bought a bunch of them. They're about $1 each. I kind of got this, which is, I thought this was, I was working on something the other day and I thought, gee, it'd be good if I had a saddle. Now I've got that fancy saddle which clips right over the whole square bit of board. But if you just want to, you know, run your, I was doing some dominoing, and I wanted to, let me see here, where's a bit of timber? My kingdom for a piece of timber. I've just cleaned up the workshop the other day, it's lovely and tidy, but I'll get some. Well, that took a while, didn't it? Now, this gives you an idea, just That's the natural colour of the timber, and that's when you've oiled it. See how it goes that sort of yellow colour? So that's where I think this product, if you want to keep that sort of lighter colour, this product would be great. But getting back to it, this saddle is terrific. You can sit it over the top. It references the top and the face all in the one go. You've got a 45 at the other end. So it's kind of a handy little thing. It's a Japanese, it's made in Japan. So it's kind of good. It's got all the markings on it. It's got some 45 little windows. I don't know why they've got a reference of 15 millimeters from there to there. Ooh, I don't know what's so particular about 15 millimeters. You can get a pretty little picture, show you how you can use it. But I thought that'd be just a handy little thing to buy, of course. This is a good little unit here from Fast Cap. It's called a speed roller. We saw them on the Fast Cap thing, and it's quite a heavy duty unit, and it's great. I'll unpackage it. It's got little steel rollers, so if you're rolling down something where you've got you know, a product where you want to roll it down and get a good bond, this is a good little unit. Plus you can swap the wheels out. Don't know how to do that yet, but I'll figure it out. And you've got rubber wheels. So I've had up to now something similar, which is a couple of these. I've got a couple of different size ones of these. Now these, this is when you sort of like want to roll, I don't know, if you want to put some edging on, you want to roll the edging down, they're kind of good for that. They're more like a printer's, they're more like a paint and printers thing where you can transfer the printing ink on top of the, like if you're doing like a lino cutout or something, you can rub that on. You know, they're quite good, I can't complain, but this is more of a heavy duty, you know, you get the roller at the front of the back. It was really designed by Fast Cap to use the Fast Cap, tapes with a double-sided tape where you can stick down the edging and that on the timber. And then, of course, they throw this in the book, in the packet, just to make me spend more money. It's just, this is an enticement to spend more money. Have a look at it. Oh well, but you know what the best part was? It was free. Yay! The only thing that was free. Oh, I got a little bit of a discount by the looks of it. So yeah, these are a couple of things I bought today. I don't know if you guys have been out buying anything, and if you want to share, and please put it on. And if you ever, I mean, I know a few guys just watch this YouTube channel, but if you want to subscribe to Steve's Festool Shed Talk on Facebook, just look it up and say hi, and if you're good looking, I'll let you in. If you're ugly, we'll still let you in anyway, because I'm ugly. And on that note, I'll see you later.